between you and me, right where you are right in this moment, is exactly where you were meant to be.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to the Joygasmic Life Podcast. I am your hostess, Elena Harder. This is a mini episode designed to give you a taste of what is available in our larger full interviews, as well as what we get into in the deeper version of our membership, where we have full video, bonus courses with our interviewees, and of course our weekly calls where we support each other mom to mom. We'd love to have you as part of the Joygasmic Life membership.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to point out something here. So we are all a bunch of different traumas being expressed in different ways. So I see it as a reverse pyramid. His traumas lead him to be an abuser, and my traumas led me to be a victim. And society tends to have more compassion and sympathy on somebody like me that was a victim, and we tend to neglect that the people that are the abusers need as much therapy, as much help as we need on the other side. And because that's not being done, and we point fingers and we hate them and we judge them, it's perpetuating that trauma. So I am a big supporter of providing trauma help on both sides. So it's not a judgment thing, it is a fact.
Yeah. Thank you so much for saying that. You know, probably took me about 5 years after getting out of my abusive relationship to realize that was the case and go like, oh, he had a really terrible childhood with like not great parent experiences. He was also abused, and so that he's just, they say hurt people, but healed people heal people, So as we went through that journey, it's like, oh, we can like come into compassion and understanding and
Yeah, sorry, I want to point out that it's not also you saying this is an excuse or anything. This is not an excuse either. And when you find yourself on either side, if these people, whether they're an abuser or an abuser, they don't want to change, whether it was me, 17 years I was there and I stayed, there's nobody that could have come and said anything to me at that point for me to go out unless I decided. It's the same thing on the abuser side. And the other thing that we can do when we identify those things is to remove those energies in our life. So that's what I did until this person decides to heal himself. I'm not going to judge him for what he's done or what he hasn't done. I'm just going to remove myself so I'm not influenced by his behavior. And that's it. That's the only thing we can do, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I mean, how many women and men end up in situations where, they really love somebody and that's there, but then also there's these really dysfunctional patterns, and it's so tempting to want to go like, we can heal together, we can change together. But like you just said, there's this like, oh, the abuser should change, the person who's like perpetrating should change. But actually, like for me, for example, the thing that I needed really to change as somebody who's in that victim role, in that dynamic, I really needed to stand up for myself. I needed to say, nope, I deserve better than this. I'm not putting up with it anymore. I'm going to exit the situation, all of these things. And I don't think enough women hear that they're the ones, it's like, oh, like if he can just change, everything will be better. And it's like, no, like we need to change and we need.
So beautiful. I love all things vaginas and boobs and babies and birth and women. It's just like so magical, this like creative life force.
There's so much more for you over in the Joygasmic Life membership. Become a bulletproof mom with us. Learn the tips and tricks and skills you need to recover from your postpartum mental health journey, and learn the tools of Joygasmic alchemy so you can have the kind of birth you've been dreaming of.